What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another video. Part of it is a rant, a rave, a talk, a discussion, a ramble about America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Another part of it is about Andrew Luck's shocking retirement. Oh my gosh. Another part of it is just talking about fantasy football and questions about the Toronto Huskies. It's kind of like a mixed bag of football topics today. So if you don't like football topics, I'm sorry. Go watch something else. Go watch one of my food reviews. Go watch one of my gameplay videos. Go watch my vlogs. Anything else but this. Unless you are here for football, then welcome. How you doing? Can't please everybody, but you know what? I want to talk about football, so we're going to talk about some daggum football. So, week 3 of the preseason. Dak surprisingly only played like one series, and he was 2 for 5 for 22 yards. I believe he had a touchdown, and they pulled him after that. He was done. Then it was the Cooper Rush show pretty much most of the game. But still no Zeke, and I'm hearing mixed reports. One report says, oh yeah, they're close. They're so close. It's going to be ready. He's going to be ready to kick ass week 1. Don't you worry. He's going to be ready. And then I read a conflicting, post that says they're not even close. They might not even get ready by the time week 1 happens. So we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. The Dallas Cowboys defense, even though it was a bunch of backups and third strings, oh my gosh, they killed Webb, the quarterback for the Texans. We also shut out the Houston Texans. They didn't score one damn point on our watch last weekend. And that's remarkable. I was like, really? Like, not even one. Like, I know that they pulled Deshaun pretty quickly, just like Dak, Houston. And I was just like, what the hell? One of my coworkers just passed me. So I was like, okay, what the hell? Don't really know what to think about that, because dress rehearsal games, usually the starters play like into the third quarter, and then the backups come in pretty much the last like quarter and a half, or give or take. But I was like, okay, whatever. So what I saw was Lucas, the new number 80 in town that did belong to Rico Gathers, but we were tired of him, so we got rid of him. And Lucas, number 80, might potentially make the roster, if not a practice squad spot. And if that happens, I hope nobody snatches him up, because the guy looked possessed for a minute. Even if it was Cooper Rush throwing. Imagine if it was Dak Prescott instead of Cooper Rush throwing the football. How productive that guy would be. And if Jason Witten retires, we're still kind of looking for an answer, even though we have Schultz and Jarwin, but we'll see about that. But anyway, so I just wanted to say that the Cowboys looked really great. Even Chris was telling me just take it with a grain of salt. Shutting out, second and third strings is no big deal. But, I mean, technically it was a dress rehearsal. Pollard was in there. He looked really damn good. But anyway, just wanted to talk about that. And then the thing that happened pretty much during the Cowboy game, and that was Chris and I watched the game together, the Cowboys game, and Chris got a notification saying that Andrew Luck retired. He wasn't telling me, because he wanted me to see it, because it popped up on his Apple Watch. He's like, oh my God. And I was like, what? And then he's trying to refresh on his phone, and it's not coming up, it's not coming up, it's not coming up. And then finally it comes up, and it was like, Andrew Luck announces retirement after 7 years in the NFL. And it's just like, what? No, like, God, that's crazy. And of course, that's all it said. It didn't say why he's retiring. It didn't say anything like that. But my speculation was, the guy's been through too many injuries. Like, this guy, like, has, you name it, he's probably fractured it, he's made it sore or whatever. But this guy has been through hell in his 7-year career in the NFL. Unfortunately, he was only 29 years old, and he had to retire. He had to call it a day, take his millions of dollars off into the sunset, and cry all the way to the bank, is pretty much what this guy did. And Andrew Luck, when you're done, you're done. I was never really an athlete, but, I know that anything in life, it's taxing after a while. It's if it's taxing on your body and your physical health, your mental health, and add a few other factors in there like home life or family life or whatever, then you might want to leave. You might want to go find something else to do, whatever. I think Andrew Luck would be I even told Chris right as it happened, I was like, I think Andrew Luck would be a badass high school football coach, or even a college coach if he got some kind of assistant job at Stanford where he came from. And I was like, oh my gosh, man, it's ridiculous. I'm only 2 years younger than this guy, and he's already retired with millions of dollars. I'm like, dadgummit, I should have been a football player. So, and then you got, I never bothered to learn this guy's last name. Doug Gottlieb. Gottlieb. I can't even pronounce his name. I never learned how to pronounce his name because he just got on my nerves that bad. And he was saying it was the most millennial thing anybody could do because he's tired. And then Troy Aikman turns right around and he's like, you know what, Doug, that is bullshit. And I'm not making that up. That's what he tweeted. He's like, Doug, that is bullshit. And then pretty much he was telling Doug, like paraphrasing here, he's pretty much telling Doug, he's like, who are you to determine when somebody is done when they say that they're done? It's like, who are you to tell us when he should be finished? It is only him that can tell himself when he's finished. Like, it just pretty much just telling Doug to go fly a kite, pretty much. I know I dropped bullshit, but I'm trying not to drop the F-bomb. But pretty much told Doug, just go away, just shut your mouth, dude. Just shut it. Just stop talking. You're done. You're stupid. This is why you don't have a show on CBS Sports Radio anymore. And unfortunately, you're on Fox Sports 1. He covers for Colin Cowherd all the time. And even he makes like asinine, like, he's a hot take guy. He wants the gears to grind. He wants them to keep on turning. He wants to stir the pot. He wants to stir up shit. Like, that's all this guy pretty much does, so I'm told. And just pretty much just trying to keep his name coming out of people's mouths. And I don't even know if I pronounced it right. Gottlieb, whatever. I just crazy, just ridiculous, this guy. Just oh my gosh. Anyway, so enough about that. The next thing I wanted to talk about was I had my fantasy football draft actually yesterday. I had it yesterday about 3 o'clock Central. And I went through, and after your draft, the next day they email you and they're like, how did you do in the draft? This is where you're projected to finish, yada, yada, yada. Here is the free agent you should pursue because of your weakest positions, and here's who you should trade for, just talking about, like, and here is your secret weapon. So I projected to finish 11th out of 12th in my league, and they said my best weapon, my secret weapon, is Dak Prescott, which I'm like, I needed to take a quarterback. Everybody was slipping. Wanted to take Mahomes, but the guy like 3 picks in front of me took him. I was like, dadgummit, I would have just dropped him. I would have picked him up in a heartbeat, is what I'm trying to say. And then, because the reason why I got curious is Chris texted me, and he said he's projected to finish 2nd out of 12. So he's apparently supposed to go into the championship and lose. Apparently that's his destiny. My destiny is to pretty much be a bottom dweller, to be a basement dweller. So yay me, way to go Texas Styles, woohoo. So be praying for my team, y'all, because apparently it's going to be a really rough year. It's going to be a really rough season unless I trade for these certain players and go pick up certain players. But anyway, that's that. So I've been kind of talking to Chris about the pick'em this year, and the pick'em is going to happen. The pick'em will be, we're going to try to have it up before the Thursday night game every single week. We're going to try to have it up just on Thursday nights in general. And so what that means is I went on my Facebook community and I did a poll question. I do poll questions. I try to do one at least once a week because I'm trying to make this like a democracy series. But in Madden 20, I'm going to be doing a franchise mode with the Toronto Huskies. I am moving a team to Toronto and taking over and everything. So I'm asking, like, my piglets, do you want a fantasy draft? Do you want these videos to be edited? Do you want them to be you want them to be 15 minutes or less? Or you want to be like 30 minutes to an hour? When should I upload them? Who should be the head coach? What should the nickname be for the stadium? Just stuff like that. And today I asked, when should I upload them? Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, or Friday nights? The reason why Thursday wasn't in there is because Chris and I are going to do the pick'em on Thursday, so it would be just clashing. And I've had content do that before where it clashes. Like I'd upload a food review that afternoon and then upload the pick'em that night, and the pick'em gets like 2 views and the food review gets like 200 views. So I just don't want to conflict. I just want to kind of have like a schedule where one video comes out one day, the next video comes out the next. So on my community tab, if you go down below, click on my name, it takes you to my channel, and then right above there are the tabs, hit community, and right there it'll have all my poll questions. If you haven't answered them, please go answer them. Put your comments, your inputs in the comments, and just let me know what you guys want to do. I have a few that have already happened where their final results. Like if I get like at least 10 votes, I'm like, okay, that's majority rule. So if 8 out of 10 people tell me to do this way, then guess what? I'm doing it this way. But anyway, guys, there you go. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all so much once again for dropping by. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Turn that bell notification on to get notified every single time you upload a video. And as always remember my little piglets. Colin Pork Chop loves y'all the most, so y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys!